Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Aladdin for Super Nintendo. In the last episode, we started our adventure in the streets of Agrabah, and we got all 10 red jewels there. Now we are in the Cave of Wonders. We just skip the prison part and we just go straight to the Cave of Wonders. Which I find interesting because the Genesis version doesn't do that. Oh well, Capcom could have made the prison into a level, but anyway, we need to go start exploring, and these stalactites, they break off after you swing on them for a little while. Thankfully, you can vault on the stuff that lands on the poles, just like you did the little floor poles in the Streets of Agrabah, and we'll need to do that to get our second red gem. I think that's our second. Well, there's 5 here, and then there's 5 later. Also, we have bats flying around. I want to be very careful with my apples, because I can't get any more here. Not until a little later. And by later, I mean about probably at least 2 stages from now. So, use the apples only if you really have to. Now, if you went left, you would have gotten a piece of chicken. Or rather, a whole chicken. Here, you just get a loaf of bread. Go left first before you go right. And after these 2 slopes, we can take out the scorpion with an apple, and need to wait for the bat here so we can get another red gem. Now here, we need to leap off of the chest, and leave off the bat to here, then swing over to here to get an extra life, which I will definitely want in case I mess anything here up. And if you know what you're doing, you can get some things. That was not a thing that I wanted to do. I'm trying to swing up there so I can get, the red gem. But unfortunately, the stalactites don't respawn. Thankfully, I managed to get the extra life, so I can get that back once I drop down here. And unfortunately, I have to get the scarab all over again. Then again, I can deal with that because I know how to get it. But I might as well go ahead and grab every jewel that I can, while I am able to lose a life and respawn at the beginning of the level, because again, you don't have any checkpoints in any of these stages. I want to basically get as many jewels as I can in this sort of manner, so that way, in case I need the health, or I want to make it easier for myself to get lives, I can do that. So in case you mess up and you're forced to lose one of your lives to get I didn't want that. Again, these things don't respawn. So I'll more than gladly drop down here again. I want to get that red jewel, because again, you have to do all this in one sitting. And in a bigger kick to the gut, some of them you only have one chance to grab unless you manage to restart. Thankfully, the last one in this section is a little more forgiving, because unlike the last red jewel in the first section of the last level, if you miss that last red jewel in the first section of the first level, you're pretty much forced to reset the game. Here, you can just keep dying and dying until you get it right. And since I know where the extra life is, that's pretty easy to do. By the way, you can only destroy the the scorpions with the apples. You can't jump on them. And here's probably what I should have done. Game! Unbelievable. I can't even get that right. I do not feel like restarting over and over and over and making this like 40 minutes long. I really don't. I don't even know why I'm going for that chicken, because I haven't lost any health yet. And I almost lost health on the way up here. And almost thought I messed that up. I want to preserve my apples too, because it's going to be a while before I can restock on them. Alright, let's try this again. And I didn't want to do that again. Thanks, game. Yeah, if I drop down there, I'm just going to lose out on that red jewel completely. And I don't want to do that. On the plus side, I did get an extra hit. So that's nice. Again, if you keep putting yourself in the same situation like I have, where you can't get that red gem, or that red jewel, you can always lose a life. Go for that life again, if you know how to do it. I don't even know why I did that at that point. I could just as easily have avoided them. And you can just keep doing this. And I didn't even want that to happen either. I've lost out on the scarab. I hope I messed this up. For once, I hope that I messed this up. I mess it up. Brilliant. I may have to edit at this point, because this is just comedic. My timing was garbage. My timing was absolute garbage. That's why I never got it. If I had just waited a fraction of a second later, I wouldn't have put myself through such pain. What are you gonna do? So anyway, Abu is now pointing down here. There's nothing to the left, so let's just go ahead and continue on. Let's jump over him. Thankfully, we'll only see one of him. We will see 3 of these, though. The walking swords. You just jump on them and they fall apart. And here's the magic carpet and the exit to the next section. And thankfully, I did get the Scarab. Even though I'm not going to edit this because the one attempt where I go silent is the one where I make it work. And we can play the bonus game again. Press the button to go. Press the button to stop. Let's see what we get. You can never lose in the bonus game because what you get will always be useful. Though I would like to continue, though. You know what? That's cool. There is a way to land on the genie every time. It's mentioned on the internet. It's easy to find out. I'm not using it because, again, it's impossible to lose the bonus game. I mean, you can't not win at the bonus game, basically. And now, we are riding on logs to get to the end of the next section, and I did want to respawn that bat so I could get another red jewel. Now we will be... Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. I forgot about this. You can either use the bat or the stalactites. Thankfully, these stalactites do not break off. Could have used those in the last stage game. There's a one up to the right there. We will be getting it sooner rather than later. Let's throw an apple to bat so that way the bat doesn't give us a hard time. I'm going to hang on to this rope to get the barrier that is going to be in our way to go up. Then drop on the next log. The barrier will come down, but we will be able to get past it in time. Now we want to jump to these ledges to the right and swing our way to another one-up. Fine and dandy. Now, as long as now that I've gotten the one-up, messing these up won't be as bad. And we need to duck here, and then grab the rope, and then wait for another log. I'm going to land right at the very front, give myself the most time, and then grab some jewels. Now, we will have to jump our way over to here, but first I want to avoid that. You can vault off these rocks, like you can normal enemies, believe it or not, and I cannot dodge rocks to save my life. Now let's get past this part here, so that way a rock doesn't drop on our head. Now, if you just go straight to the right from here, we'll go to the lamp, where we find the genie, just like in the movie. But we want to drop down here and hopefully not get hit by a rock, because that leads to another red jewel. Why did I duck under you? And if we keep going to the right, we get this, another health extension. We are now at 7 hearts. I forgot you were there. And that's all the red jewels for this stage. Aladdin finds the lamp. Boo! No! Infidels! You took the gem! You were not supposed to do that! And we have all the red jewels. This took longer than it should have had. I'm glad I went through with this, because now that's 2 stages with all the gems collected, all the red jewels. I'm going to keep using gem and jewel interchangeably. I just know it. It's not going to stop. And I might as well just go ahead and press start for a cutscene. And this is what happens when you touch the gem. The cave collapses and you need to get out. And I'm going to wait for the word action to stop showing up. And then jump over that fireball, because there will be plenty of those to jump over in this stage. And we're going to tackle the collapse of the Cave of Wonders in the next video. Join me next time, where we try to get out of here with all 10 red jewels. Yes, there are 10 red jewels in the cave collapse stage. Thankfully, they are easy to see. They are easy to get. This is probably the easiest one to get all the red jewels in. So until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!